glimmer in your skin that I can't believe. Take a trip to the sea. Let your hair run free. Or you're a rebel in disguise. Is that the devil in your eyes? We fell in love right by the ocean. Made on our paths down on the side. We fell in love right by the ocean. Made on our paths down on the side. We fell in love right by the ocean.
All right, folks, it's time to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday, the 24th day of September in the year 2025. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So happy to be with you this morning, as always. I thank God for the privilege. You know, it's a privilege, not a right. And it's only because of His mercies and His grace that we are here, and for that I am eternally thankful and grateful. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you wherever you are. Those of you who are grieving, mourning, it's a process, you know. Be strong, you know, be there for each other, family members and friends. All right, Mildred Smith, good morning to you. Yolan Swan, Bernadette Robinson, good morning, coming in from Southern Virginia. Monica Miros Williams, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yulin Alexander as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Reminding us all that it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. The fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. That is said, you know, when we reach to that point where we say, listen, only you can do what no man can do. That is when He will work on our behalf, you know, really and truly. All right, it's Wednesday, so let's Wednesday prayer. Dear God, thank you for watching over us through the night and for bringing us into a new day. We thank you for our families, relatives, and friends. Thank you for the beautiful moments we share together, for all the awesome memories, for all the blessings you have given us, and for all the many battles you gave us victories. May all these beautiful gifts and blessings lead us to the experience of a deeper relationship with Jesus, and also be able to share God's love and being charitable to our families, friends, and loved ones. Give us a forgiving and a compassionate heart for each other. Take away from us the spirit of anger, pride, jealousy, and greed, and fill us with your love, joy, and peace and happiness. As we begin this new day, may the brightness of your presence be with us to guide us, that we may be fruitful and blessed. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. Yep. Some Wednesday blessings. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And that's coming from Matthew 11 and verse 8. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. There's no better way to start the day. Yep. 22 minutes on to 7.
Sweet love of the Lord,
That is our time.
precious love of the Lord. We'll never, never let you down.
As we head into the word of the day for today, and let me tell you, that word today, let me get it up for you. And it's important that we improve and increase our vocabulary, so that we can decorate our writing and our speech. And right, let me get here. All right, that word today is harmonious. Yeah, harmonious. And it is spelled Harmonious. Harmonious. And it means free from conflict or disagreement. Harmonious. Free from conflict or disagreement. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The team worked in a harmonious environment to meet their goals. Yeah, harmonious.
When the time get rough, his love is enough.
Write it down, jot it down, learn to spell it, learn to pronounce it, and most importantly, learn how to use it in a sentence. Yeah, good, nice.
All the pain and agony on the cross of Calvary, he did it for the love of you.
In a speech that lasted
Because there is no other name nowhere.
Multitasking is a serious thing, huh? Yeah, trust me on that. All right, the word of the day, that was harmonious. Now it's time for the motivational tip of the day, Nadisha's favorite. And Sherry and Nichols, morning, how you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, hope all is well. Yeah, I didn't see you in funeral yesterday. Nadisha, morning. Good morning, Petlin and the folks out there in Munich. Mama Can, good morning. Keep a daily journal. Writing down your thoughts and reflections can clear your mind and keep you motivated. Yeah, write it down. It's never too late to remind yourself that it's important that you write down. All right, writing down your thoughts and reflections can clear your mind and keep you motivated. Remember that.
Whatever your cross may be.
I want to say belated birthday greetings to Jacob Isaac. Greetings are coming from his mom, Eudine Isaac, his aunt Donna, his sister Shanice, and brother Jason, and the rest of the Isaac family. Good morning, Mommy Isaac. That's Randy Isaac's mom.
From the beat,
Always locked in. Daisy Peters, good morning to you. How are you doing?
the love of the Lord
Hope all is well.
lets you down. Never, never let you
So Jacob, I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Your aunt Donna sent this greetings yesterday, but unfortunately I was so pre-engaged that didn't get a chance to go around to.
get up now and for
So I know the family. They're gonna. I'm certain that they took really good care of you yesterday.
confess.
Knowing Randy as I do, I'm very, very certain that he would have ordered a cake and have it delivered to you. Morning, Halop, and all the wonderful folks inside of Marquee.
The Lord will never let you down.
Nice. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right, Commonwealth reaffirms support for Guyana. All right, that's buzzing. Carriacou farmers receive 2,000 pineapple plants. In the region, Jamaica mourns a 16-year-old student. Internationally, Ryan Routh found guilty of attempting to assassinate Trump.
So take up your
And in sports, Pakistan beat defeats Sri Lanka in Asia Cup. You know, we've got the details to these and more coming up momentarily. Yeah, reminding you it is a good day to have a good day in a real good way. I want to urge you this morning not to give up. Just keep pushing. Push. Yeah. 17 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. Good morning, Laureen Salim out there in Hermitage. You and the entire family. Teacher Joan, good morning. Joan, you're still teaching, girl? Want to say good morning to the family, the Peters family out there in Moya. And, you know, we're all mourning Yolan's passing. Was a very dear cousin. Whenever she meets me, Kazo, that's how she would say it.
So you look up to the hills.
Look up to the hills. That's where you'll find your strength this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Pastor Ross out there in Calivini. Good morning. How are you doing, Papi? Hope all is well with you.
That's just what you got to do.
Erlyn, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Yep. All is good. All shall be well. Trust me. Lovey, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. It's gonna be all right. God takes care of his people. That's one thing I know for sure. Yeah. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Let's celebrate the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert on Sunday, November 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center with the best of Grenada along with the Black Prince and the Pink Panther. Our partners, Hubbard's, GBN, Grenada Paper Products, Grenada Distillers Limited, makers of Clacks Court, Grenada's #1 rum, Brentville Credit Union, Bryden and Miners, Agents 4, Johnny Walker, Smirnoff Vodka, and Campari, Renwick Thompson and Company Limited, Pierre Marcel, Hard On Plus, Gittins Healthcare, Dollar Savers Auto Parts, Rise and Shine Supermarket, Springs Food Mart, Excel Plaza, Clem Vision Eye Center, Chillaxing Cafe, Ansett Coating, Victory Bar, Blue Bubba's PA Rental and Events Supply, Chateau de la Motte, Grenada, Captain Harris Apartments, Gem Holiday, Beach Resorts, Dana's City Inn, Glen Egg, Springwater, and the Grenada Trade Center. Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center, the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Please be seated by 4 p.m. Hubbard's Legends in Concert.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Got something to share?
Call us at 440-1252.
WhatsApp 405-3052 or 407-8458.
Or email gbnnews@gbn.gd.
GBN News, first, accurate, voted #1.
This is a GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Coming up in the news, Commonwealth reaffirms support for Guyana. Carriacou farmers receive 2,000 pineapple plants. In the region, Jamaican mourns the loss of a 16-year-old student. Internationally, Ryan Routh found guilty of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump. And in sports, Pakistan beats Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. The Commonwealth has once again reaffirmed its support for Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity in its border dispute with Venezuela. Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andel represented Grenada at Sunday's meeting of the Commonwealth Ministerial Action Group in New York, held alongside the United Nations General Assembly. Ministers also noted Gabon's progress towards holding legislative and local elections after its suspension was lifted. Broader concerns about pressure and democracy and human rights across the Commonwealth were also discussed. The group, which includes countries such as Canada, Malta, and Malaysia, serves as the Commonwealth's watchdog on democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Its next meeting is set for March next year in London. A new initiative called Project EduBot has been launched to bring artificial intelligence into Grenada's classrooms. The project is led by National Youth Parliamentarian Joshua Andel, who officially handed over chatbots to the Ministry of Education this week. Andel, who has been involved in regional digital projects with the OECS and UNESCO, says the technology is designed to support both teachers and students. A training workshop will also be held to help educators integrate the tools into everyday learning. Farmers in Carriacou are getting a boost from the Ministry of Agriculture's World Bank Food Security Program. 2,000 pineapple plants have been distributed to help diversify crops and strengthen food security on the island. A training session at the Dumfries Agricultural Station, led by Program Coordinator Ronald O'Neill and Extension Officer Kingsley Thomas, guided farmers on how to best grow the fruit. Despite low rainfall, officials say pineapple production should not be badly affected. A nursery is also being set up at Dumfries to ensure a steady supply of plants and support future cultivation. The initiative is expected to give farmers new opportunities while adding a sweeter touch to local agriculture. I love that. And that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments are straight ahead, which will be followed by the sports and the weather. And we start off the regional developments with a sad but a recognizable story. The Ministry of Education in Jamaica is expressing sadness over the suspected suicide of a 16-year-old Homewood Technical High School student in Trelawney. The incident, which happened over the weekend, is believed to be linked to bullying. Education Minister Senator Dana Morris Dixon says the tragedy underscores the urgent need for stronger national action on student support and mental health. She condemned bullying as destructive and dangerous, stressing that every child deserves a safe learning environment. Permanent Secretary Dr. Kassan Troop also called on schools to prioritize psychosocial programs, expand peer counseling, and strengthen anti-bullying campaigns. The ministry says it will intensify its response, but insists parents, schools, and communities must work together to protect children. 2 boats carrying Haitian migrants have landed in the Caribbean back-to-back for this week. On Monday, Jamaican authorities reported that about 40 Haitians arrived in an 18-foot canoe in Portland Parish. 21 were detained, while the rest managed to escape into the community. A search is still underway. The day before, police in the Turks and Caicos Islands intercepted another boat carrying 103 migrants, including 4 children. The vessel was first spotted by the U.S. Coast Guard before being stopped by local authorities. The landings highlight a growing wave of migration from Haiti, where escalating gang violence, hunger, and displacement have forced thousands to seek refuge across the region. Now, looking further afield, Ryan Routh has been found guilty of attempting to assassinate President Donald Trump on the Florida golf course in September last year. The Associated Press filed this report.
Jurors deliberated for about 2 hours before coming back guilty on all 5 counts. As the jurors were being escorted out of the courtroom, Mr. Routh picked up a pin and started stabbing at his neck. The marshals that were in the courtroom swarmed him immediately, grabbed his arms and basically dragged him out of the courtroom. His daughter, who has been in the courtroom for the past 2 weeks during the trial, she began screaming. First she was yelling to her father, "Don't do anything," and then she was also escorted out of the courtroom. He was convicted of all 5 counts. Those include attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate and assault on a federal officer, being the Secret Service agent who confronted him at the golf course. The other 3 charges were all gun-related charges. So he was convicted on all 5 of those, and his sentencing is set for December 18th back here at the same courthouse, and he faces a possible life sentence at that point. His basic argument is that he never fired a shot and that there was no intent to hurt anyone that day. He claims that he had a clear shot at both President Trump and the Secret Service agent that he was accused of assaulting, but he didn't pull the trigger. He didn't hurt anyone. He never fired a shot. He was arguing that it just isn't in his nature to be a violent person or hurt anyone.
And NASA says it is aiming to send astronauts on a 10-day trip around the moon as early as February. The mission, called Artemis 2, will carry 4 astronauts and mark the first crewed lunar flight in more than 50 years. The space agency had originally planned for no later than April, but is now working to bring the launch forward. Artemis 2 is designed to test systems for future missions that aim to land astronauts on the moon and eventually establish a long-term presence on its surface. Why interfere with this? And finally, again in the news, U.S. President Donald Trump has said Kyiv can win all of Ukraine back in its original form, marking a major shift in his position on the war with Russia. NBC News has more in this report.
In a speech that lasted nearly an hour, the president started by questioning the mission of the UN.
I ended 7 wars, and in all cases they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. What is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous potential. But it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war. The only thing that solves war and wars is action.
This all comes as ceasefire deals to end the wars in the Mideast and Ukraine continue to elude the president. President Trump once again putting pressure on Hamas to end the war in Gaza, accusing Hamas of repeatedly rejecting reasonable offers to make peace, while also criticizing U.S. allies, including Canada, the U.K., Australia, and France, who broke with the U.S. and announced they will formally recognize a Palestinian state.
And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us as sporting developments are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies is celebrating the appointment of 2 Caribbean umpires to the all-female officiating panel for the upcoming ICC Women's World Cup. Jamaica's Jacqueline Williams and Trinidad and Tobago's Candice Laborde will be among 14 umpires selected for the tournament, which runs from September 30th to November 2nd in India and Sri Lanka. It will be Williams's 3rd World Cup appearance. She made history in 2022 as the first female umpire from the West Indies to stand in a men's T20 international between 2 full member nations. For Laborde, this is a first-time appointment and a major milestone in her rising umpiring career. Cricket West Indies says the selections are an inspiring moment for women in sport and for the region's cricketing community. Pakistan kept their Asia Cup final hopes alive with a 5-wicket win over Sri Lanka in Abu Dhabi. Chasing 134, Pakistan slipped to 80 for 5 before a 58-run partnership between Hussein Talat and Mohammad Nawaz turned the game around. Nawaz struck 3 sixes to finish 38 not out, with Talat unbeaten on 32, sealing victory with 2 overs to spare. Earlier, Shaheen Afridi led Pakistan's bowling attack, taking 3 for 28 as Sri Lanka managed 133 for 8. Kamindu Mendis top scored with 50, but wickets in quick succession prevented a stronger finish. Pakistan now have a clearer path to the final, while Sri Lanka face an uphill battle. India and Bangladesh meet in Dubai today, with the top 2 teams set to contest Sunday's final. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon edition and, of course, in our primetime newscast. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And for this morning's latest weather forecast, I joined forecaster Vondi Cyrus at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday, 24th September 2025. It is a fair morning at the MBIA. Winds are from the east-southeast at 16 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.2 millibars. That is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 29.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.4 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 27.2 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 5.8 millimeters was recorded here at the MBIA. Hence, the total for the month goes to 64.7 millimeters. Now let's look at the public forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be mostly fair, with brief light showers during partly cloudy spells. Maximum temperature about 32 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be low at 11:30 a.m. and high at 5:15 p.m. Sunset today 6:01. Sunrise tomorrow 5:56. Just a recap of the public forecast valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be mostly fair, with brief light showers during partly cloudy spells. From the Met Office, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Vondi, just before you run off, last night there was some activities. We could have seen it from the clouds. The clouds were orange, and there was the lightning and so forth. What was that?
So we had two. From the south, if you were in the south and you would have seen activity in the south, is with the ITCZ. And from the north, we had a tropical wave that would have traversed sometime yesterday. So you had trailing moisture and so associated with that wave producing these conditions we had last night.
But we're all clear now.
Yes, we're good.
Thank you, Vondi. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
You too.
All right, folks. The weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Five minutes after 7 o'clock is the time to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Commonwealth reaffirms support for Guyana. Carriacou farmers receive 2,000 pineapple plants. In the region, Jamaican mourns the loss of a 16-year-old student suspected through bullying. Internationally, Ryan Routh are found guilty of attempting to assassinate Trump. And in sports, Pakistan beats Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 24th day of September. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Stay with us. The traffic report comes up shortly.
shot, never two. Aliu, these jacks come in, I will do you only 7 seconds. Look out for me. Oh, Aliu, I'm joking.
On the 27th and 28th of September, the Grenada Motor Club will be hosting the King Ocean CDRC Qualifier International Drags, featuring racers from 7 different Caribbean islands and the United States. Action kicks off Friday, September 26th with the Test and Tune and Welcome Party in collaboration with C4 Promotions and a special drift show exhibition. On Saturday, September 27th is the Bracket Race Qualifiers, and on Sunday the 28th, Parade of the Cars and Bracket Race Finals, featuring one of the Caribbean's top automotive YouTubers, Nick Lou from Skunk Lifestyle, will be on island to cover all the action. So mark the dates, September 27th and 28th at the Pearls International Speedway. You don't want to miss this one. This event is made possible by our title sponsor, King Ocean, GTA, and True Blue Bay Resort.
Everything gonna turn up.
Grenada, let's celebrate the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert on Sunday, November 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center with the best of Grenada along with the Black Prince and the Pink Panther. Our partners, Hubbard's, GBN, Grenada Paper Products, Grenada Distillers Limited, makers of Clack's Court, Grenada's #1 rum, Brentville Credit Union, Bryden and Miners, Agents 4, Johnny Walker, Smirnoff Vodka, and Campari, Renwick Thompson and Company Limited, Pierre Marcel, Hard On Plus, Gittins Healthcare, Dollar Savers Auto Parts, Rise and Shine Supermarket, Springs Food Mart, Excel Plaza, Clem Vision Eye Center, Chillaxing Cafe, Answer Coating, Victory Bar, Blue Bubba's PA Rental and Events Supply, Chateau de la Motte, Grenada, Captain Harris Apartments, Gem Holiday, Beach Resorts, Dana's City Inn, Glen Egg, Spring Water, and the Grenada Trade Center. Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center, the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Please be seated by 4 p.m. Hubbard's Legends in Concert.
James. Yes, ma. You didn't know Co-op Bank doing e-banking, no? Yes, but they're doing that for quite a while. Boy, and the thing could do plenty. Let me tell you, I stay right here in the house, I go up on the phone and I pay all my bills. And watch, I check in my accounts on them 24/7. Monday to Monday. But watch, when you hear your mother speaking, have some manners and wait. And as I was saying, the thing good. You know, you could send and receive money. You sure? But yes, the thing. Well, send some money, let me see. Yeah, steady and wait. Right there it was the.
Miss Cynthia is up to the time with Co-op Bank's e-banking platform. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Are you ready to take charge of your money, build wealth, and protect your family's legacy? Then join us on October 9th, 2025 at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for your Financial Future 2.0 Legacy, Literacy, and Liberation, a one-day financial summit designed to break cycles, build wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. You'll gain real-life budgeting hacks, a money mindset reboot, steps to create generational wealth, and practical tips on investing, estate planning, insurance, health, and business finance, all from expert speakers who know how to turn knowledge into action. With 2 inspirational keynotes, 3 powerful panel discussions, and 6 breakout sessions, you will leave with your personalized action plan for success. Don't wait. Secure your seat today. Tickets are EC $350 at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. Your Financial Future 2.0. Your next chapter starts here.
All right, folks, it's now 13 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time, I'm happy to join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all your listeners. It's always a pleasure to bring the traffic update for yet another day, as we let drivers know what to expect on the morning times as they travel to their destination. At this time, most of the areas right now, as reported, is rather moderate. At this time, the traffic flowing through, especially our towns, it is moderate, as I've previously stated, so persons can travel through any of our towns and all its adjoining road with a little bit of ease this morning. We've seen that we have some movements also in specific areas such as the St. Paul's Public Road, the Calgary Public Road, and also the Grandlands Public Road. However, those traffic is flowing a bit smoothly at this time, so persons can flow freely, as I've stated, with no obstruction. Now we have no accidents at this time. So persons, be mindful that those traffic gets a little bit heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. It is always a pleasure to let persons know that the Grenada area continues to be one of the areas where the SIP project is ongoing, and persons must be mindful that they have to drive cautiously. And the road is a bit dusty, so please drive cautiously, as I've stated. Also, the Caribbean Public Road work is ongoing in that area, and the road is a bit narrow. And to be honest, I passed through that road yesterday, and it was a bit congested as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. So persons, please be mindful as they traverse in either of the areas. So persons, please be aware that as we get closer to 8 o'clock hour, that the traffic will definitely increase. So you definitely will have to leave on time to get to your destination. So as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, we expect that build-up of traffic. So if you have not left home as yet, please do so and avoid the rush and avoid any traffic congestion that may come as we travel along the nation's road. So we know that areas that will definitely have a bit of heavy traffic this morning, as we have seen for the past few weeks, which is the St. Paul's Public Road. So we're asking persons to use alternative roads to get to your destination as well. We're also seeing some movement along the Tempe, Mount Parnassus Road. So persons, please be mindful as well. Also, Calgary going on to the Toby Road. So as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, these are the roads that we expect to have those traffic congestion. So persons must be mindful and drive safely. For the past 24 hours, we had a total of 9 minor accidents, and we continue to improve on drivers to drive safely. So persons, please be mindful of those information disseminated this morning so you can get to your destination safely and on time. And we want to encourage drivers to please practice those road safety tips that we normally would be disseminated in the morning, so that we would have safe driving along our nation's road. And the question every morning we ask, if you're texting,
then who is driving? Corporal Paul, thank you very much for that report, and we look forward to another engagement should the good Lord spare our lives tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful day, bro.
You as well and your entire team.
All right, folks, that has been the traffic report for this morning. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Money Wise with Ariza.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Grenada, exciting news. Oasis Pet and Garden has expanded. In addition to our existing location, we're now open at our new location, Melville Street, St. George's, now serving you at 2 locations for even more convenience.
At Oasis Pet and Garden, we bring you the best products at the best prices nationwide. Check out our garden department for the best quality Pro Mix potting soil, vegetable seeds, and seedling trays, cocoa peat, liquid fertilizer, granular fertilizers, and more. Our livestock and livestock products are the highest quality and the best prices in Grenada.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome to Karakou. Small in size, rich in spirit. As you step off the boat, you're greeted by smiling faces and warm island vibes. Your adventure begins here. Need a cozy place to stay? The Mermaid Beach Hotel has been a favorite for years. Waterfront views, clean comfort, and located in the town. In Bogles, the Roundhouse Cottages offers rustic charm with a touch of elegance. A peaceful hideaway surrounded by nature. Prefer something private? Dong Island Villas gives you space, sea breeze, and a home away from home feel. Wake up to the sound of waves and views that stretch for miles. We're ready to welcome you. When are you coming?
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Welcome to Ariza's MoneyWise program for this Wednesday. It's already Wednesday, the 24th day of September. And of course, my writing bee this morning, as always, is none other than Raylene. All right, good morning, Raylene.
Good morning, Innocent.
How's life?
It's lifing.
Life is life.
And we're loving it.
Yeah, life is lifing. And, well, it's always a pleasure to have you here and to share with the listening and viewing audience as to what's taking place in Ariza. And Ariza is always about getting completion. So some things that did not get completed in the AGM.
Yes.
And
you would know because you remember.
Yes. So a special meeting has been set up, and we want to look at that this morning. All right, a special general meeting. Now that sounds rather serious. Okay, can you explain why this meeting is being held?
Yes, indeed. Good morning again. Hello to GBN Land. Always a pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful Wednesday, and we're talking serious business. We're deviating a little bit today, but it still is financial literacy. Because this is, if you're a member of Ariza Credit Union, you need to be on top of your game with this stuff.
You need to know what's going on.
So yes, so it is serious. A special general meeting. It's essentially, a smaller, shorter version of our AGM, as you rightly said. We didn't cover this particular one, and we have to have the meeting because by law, we are required by law, and of course good governance, we like to do things the correct way, so we must have our financial statements independently reviewed by an external body, and that's the external auditors. So that's, in that way, there's transparency, there's accountability, and of course the members, have trust in how their money is being managed.
That level of security, they feel secure.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why it's being called, because we have this very important thing to do, and the members must be a part of it.
Now, we know that in most financial institutions, there is an audit department. Mm-hmm. So you have internal auditors.
Yes.
Why is it so important to have external auditors?
Yeah, that's a really good question. In fact, it's important to have external auditors because it means that they have no ties to the credit union. Right? That way, whatever they review, whatever they find, it's an unbiased report that's being given, and our members can then trust that what they see is actually a real, true reflection of the position of the credit union. There can be no quibbles because, I'm working inside, so I might want to, I'm not saying that this is what happens. It shouldn't happen at all, of course.
But humans.
But, right? Humans. You want to make
Humanism comes into play.
In the interest of the credit union, you might think, it might not be asked of you, but you might think that this is the right thing to do. This way, when the external body comes in, they have no, no ties whatsoever.
Did you see that movie Yankee Zulu?
No, I haven't.
You should look at it because there's this guy that's saying no strings attached.
No strings attached with the external auditors. Perfect, yes.
Now, from the AGM, we've elected a board. Mm-hmm. All right, and one would think that the board is elected so that they can make decisions on behalf of the ordinary members.
Yes.
Why can't the board make that decision and choose the external auditors? Why get the members involved?
Well, again, absolutely, in the same way the members elected the board, and we trust that the people who are there will always make the right decisions on our behalf. You have to remember that the credit union, Ariza, is member-owned. So member ownership means that you have a right to participate. You must approve the appointment of the, or anything else for that matter, that happens within the credit union. So it's part of our democratic foundation. Our governance process says that as an owner, you have the right to say what happens. And so this is why the board cannot make this decision without the members' engagement.
So true democracy really happens in the credit union.
Absolutely.
Maybe government should take a sample from it. Should be used as a prototype for government to work with.
Listen, I'm going to say we try to achieve excellence in all that we do. We like to set the standard, and the bar is quite high, and we intend to keep it that way.
Okay. Now that we've come to the point where we've established that there must be membership to determine the external auditors, could you just walk us through that process?
I will do my very best. So first, the board, which you just mentioned, would identify the auditing firms that meet certain standards, right? And who have the capacity and the experience to handle an institution of Ariza's size. Because different people need different things, right? We are a fairly large institution. As you know, we're the second largest in the OECS. So this is no small consideration when choosing an auditor. So once the board goes through a list of options, shall we say, firms who can meet the criteria, then at this meeting coming up, those options are presented, as in recommended, that this is what has been, these are the people or the person or the firm that's been identified, and at that meeting the members can then ask questions, raise concerns, and then vote based on their satisfaction with the level of information provided. They can then vote, and that's where the approval comes in. So it's a fairly straightforward process.
So in essence, members are not spectators to the process. They have to be actively involved and engaged.
Absolutely.
So let's say, for example, I have some concerns on certain auditors. As a member, do I have the right to oppose?
Yes, you may. In fact, the meeting is the perfect place for that. Again, back to the democratic process. And this is why it's a presentation or a recommendation of, having done the homework and identified, but that meeting provides the perfect opportunity to raise those very concerns that you may have, state your case as to why you think this is not a good idea, or to agree, and whatever it is can be hashed out right there in the meeting. So it will be seriously considered and recommended, and you may find that you are influential enough to sway the opinion of the rest. Because you see, sometimes we think if we don't ask questions, it's because it's not an important question. But you might find that there are other people considering the same thing, but nobody says anything. So it's better to speak up, as I say, that is the forum for it, and get clarity before you place your vote.
As a teacher, as an educator, we always say the only foolish questions is the one you didn't ask.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. You might be surprised how many other people would go, I was thinking exactly that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now, and we all learn something from it as well, even if you weren't thinking of it. But because the question was asked, there's conversation, and it opens up the flow or the discussion to learn something new. So you're quite right. No silly questions.
There are some people, right? Some members who go by the notion that, listen, this is just my place that I do business. I save. I don't get actively involved in the running of the credit union. I don't want to. And some do it because they don't have the time. Yes. Something that they just have the stand-off kind of approach. But there are those who feel that this is technical stuff and it's above my pay grade. I don't want to get involved in it. What do you say to these people?
I would say to get rid of that notion. You don't need to be an accountant. You don't need to be technical. What you must remember, what is important, is that members remember that members own the credit union. This is your credit union, and this is a right that you should exercise. So when you walk through Ariza's doors, you're not just a customer, you are an owner. And so by participating in the special general meeting, you participate in governance, you make sure the credit union is being managed with integrity, you strengthen democracy, and you ensure that the decisions aren't just made by a few. Don't sit on the sidelines, Help us ensure, because this is what we want to do, make sure that the credit union is protected, right? Not just for the people who work there, not just for the institution itself, but for our members, because you are the credit union, and of course for the future generation. So your participation ensures that the process is fair, it is open, it is democratic, and please remember, it is your right to do so.
I want to just go back a bit as it relates to the selection of auditors. We already established the fact that there are internal auditors, but for transparency and everything like that, we need to get external auditors as well. All right. How do you but in that case you would know, how does external auditors really safeguard and protect every member, from the smallest shareholder to the largest?
So the external auditors their work would touch on the safety of member savings, the security of loans, and as we alluded to just now, the strength of the institution. And it therefore builds confidence in the institution's stability. So if you repeatedly have good financial records that are verified by independent bodies, then that confidence grows in the institution itself. It does something for the members and what they can do, and in exchange, even the membership, because we're building credibility, and even the membership would grow, and the more we grow, the stronger we become. So we keep putting these structures in place, and the auditors help us do that. So it's about securing the stability of the institution, and that affects everyone.
All right. Well, you've made your case. You've satisfied the court that an external auditor is needed, and the only way to do that in the credit union's environment is to have a special general meeting.
Yes, at this point.
All right. So now tell us, where will this meeting be held and when?
Well, the meeting will be held via Zoom, and it will be on Thursday, the 2nd of October. That's not long from now, right? Next week.
Yeah, that's next Thursday.
Right. So please, we have those notices. We've contacted our members directly. We've placed public notices, and of course, we're on social media and the website as well. So go on, register, and please ensure set an alert on your phones to remind you of the day and time, Thursday, 2nd October at 6 p.m. Go ahead and register today, now, right? Because life is lifing, and we don't want you to forget. Yes. So go ahead and do that, and it would be a virtual meeting, as I say, via Zoom.
And a meeting of that nature, seeing that it's just to select auditors.
Yes.
Shouldn't be a lengthy meeting.
No, we don't anticipate that it would be, but again, because of the process that we follow, which is allowing our members to fully participate, fully question, we are open to anything. We would like to think that because of the due diligence done by the board and the recommendations being made, that it should be a straightforward process. But the fact is, the members are the ones who run the show.
Okay.
So.
Well, and you could have some members that, go to the fine detail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, want to know who was the first teacher of one of the auditor's grandparents.
And we'd like to think that we're prepared for that, because as we said, the process is the process. We want to maintain the integrity, the credibility, and we are very aware that it is the members' right to question. So as we say, sometimes in instances like this, you find things that you did not consider or you did not know before. So we are open to having those very transparent discussions.
And transparent will it be?
Yes, indeed.
For one of our members listening now, viewing, and they're still undecided at this time, still thinking that this could go on without me, I don't have to be there. Convince them to be there.
The credit union is yours. So all the members who are sitting on the fence and who, as Innocent would have just said, you might think it's a short meeting, it doesn't require me, I have other things to do. This is your money, your future, your credit union, your children's future, if you're already there, and your voice matters. In all of the processes of the credit union, your voice matters. So be there, be sure to participate, and please be present to vote. It is your credit union.
Again, repeat the date, the time, and the media that is being used.
The meeting will be virtual. It is via Zoom. It is on Thursday, the 2nd of October. This is next Thursday at 6 p.m. So you must go online to register, and so that you'll be sent the link. And then I will say to you, please set an alert on that lovely smart device that you own, right? So that you are reminded. Because one of the things that I want to say, the beauty of this is you could be in traffic, right? You could be at home, but you log on and you listen, you participate. You don't have to get to a particular place to be involved in this particular decision-making process.
It's 6 o'clock in the evening?
6 p.m., yes.
You could be in the kitchen preparing dinner, and you have your Bluetooth set up and everything like that, and while you're doing what you do, you do what you have to.
We multitask, yes.
Really, and it's always a pleasure talking with you as always.
Lovely being here. As
you keep the flag of Ariza flying high and lifting the bars.
Absolutely. Let's make it a great day.
Of course, it will be. It's a good day to have a good day.
It's a good day to have a good day.
In a good
At
way.
Ariza, we have great days.
So, folks, that has been Ariza's Money Wise program for this morning. Again, you're urged, if you're an Ariza member, you need to register to be a part of that Zoom meeting that will be on Thursday the 2nd, 6 p.m. Via Zoom only. It's for the selection of an external auditor. Let your voice be heard in your credit union. Remember, it's your business. So I don't think we could have said it better.
No. Get involved.
I think get involved. Folks, that's it for Money Wise this morning. We take a break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Need a little extra cash to make life easier? Or just a bit more exciting? Ariza's got you covered. With a Flexi Credit loan, you get up to $25,000 for any purpose. Vacations, home upgrades, back to school, or just a little treat. Get manageable amounts, flexible repayments, and the freedom to top up whenever you need it. No hassle, no pressure, just freedom to live life at your pace. Visit our website or call today and let your dreams take flight with our Flexi Credit Loan. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Welcome to Caracou, small in size, rich in spirit. As you step off the boat, you're greeted by smiling faces and warm island vibes. Your adventure begins here. Need a cozy place to stay? The Mermaid Beach Hotel has been a favorite for years. Waterfront views, clean comfort, and located in the town. In Bogles, the Roundhouse Cottages offers rustic charm with a touch of elegance. A peaceful hideaway surrounded by nature. Prefer something private? Dong Island Villas gives you space, sea breeze, and a home away from home feel. Wake up to the sound of waves and views that stretch for miles. We're ready to welcome you. When are you coming?
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
100 shot, never two. Aliu, these jacks coming. I will do you only 7 seconds. Look out for me. Oh, Aliu, I'm joking.
On the 27th and 28th of September, the Grenada Motor Club will be hosting the King Ocean CDRC Qualifier International Drags, featuring racers from 7 different Caribbean islands and the United States. Action kicks off Friday, September 26th with the Test and Tune and Welcome Party in collaboration with C4 Promotions and a special drift show exhibition. On Saturday, September 27th is the Bracket Race Qualifiers, and on Sunday the 28th, Parade of the Cars and Bracket Race Finals, featuring one of the Caribbean's top automotive YouTubers, Nick Lou from Skunk Lifestyle, will be on island to cover all the action. So mark the dates, September 27th and 28th at the Pearls International Speedway. You don't want to miss this one. This event is made possible by our title sponsor, King Ocean, GTA, and True Blue Bay Resort.
Everything gonna turn up.
James. Yes, ma. You didn't know Quad Bank doing e-banking, no? Yes, but they're doing that for quite a while. Boy, and the thing could do plenty. I know. Let me tell you, I stay right here in the house, eh? I go up on the phone and I pay all my bill. And watch, I check in my accounts on them 24/7. Monday to Monday. But watch, when you hear your mother speaking, have some manners and wait. And as I was saying, the thing good. You know, you could send and receive money.
You sure?
But yes, the thing.
Well, send some money, let me see.
Yeah, steady and wait. Right there was the.
Miss Cindy is up to the time with Corp Bank's e-banking platform. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. And once again, I want to say thanks to Raylene Lazarus, the marketing manager at Ariza Credit Union, for sharing on the Ariza MoneyWise program this morning. It's now 14 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We've got 14 minutes in which to have a brief conversation. I am not going to specify a topic this morning. I just want to take the time off and say welcome back to Mary E. Banks. Mary, I've missed you, and I'm so happy that you're back with us via our platform. All right. I will not specify a conversation, but again, I want you to be brief, respectful, and then we have a deal. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent.
Hi,
morning
welcome.
to the listeners and the viewers. Just a simple request I want to make this morning, that our people pay attention to what is going on in the UN, at least for this week. We're interested for the various leaders of speaking, who are the ones that are serious and who are the ones that are comical or lunatical. And I spend most of the early hours of the morning listening to a few of them. And to me, one of the people that stand out is the president of Slovenia, a small country that emerged out of the demise of the Federation of Yugoslavia after the Cold War, the end of the Cold War. And also the great Lula da Silva in Brazil. I would urge people to go to listen, and of course others. And of course also listen to I don't even know what to call it, of the one from the United States. It's really, really comical. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. It's 12 minutes away from 8 o'clock. You know the digits, 435-2041. If there's something that you think is worthy of mention. There's a concern that I have. Maybe I'll leave it for last. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and very thankful. How are you?
I'm good. There is a deafening silence throughout the world as it relates to the Palestinian issue. I mean, England spoke out that they are going to recognize the Palestinian state, France, Canada, and some other major countries.
Australia.
But it's appalling. Australia, right? How the rest of the civilized community in this ultra-modern era can sit and allow Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu to commit crimes against humanity. What is going on there is ethnic cleansing. The objective is to destroy the Palestinian, similar to what the Nazis attempted in the First and Second World War, specifically the Second World War. And the world sits there. CARICOM sits. The Christian community, them hypocrites who talk in Jesus, they are sitting there and without saying anything and making mention as though God gave Israel the right to destroy everybody. This is a misunderstanding of the scripture. But I'm wondering, how could human beings be so heartless and cruel? The Palestinians were created by Almighty God too. God is not the father of the Jews only, but the father of the human race. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. I couldn't agree with you more. I endorse your statement 1,000,000 times over. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome. You need to turn down the volume of something.
Yes, I did.
Lovely.
Is this better?
Yes, a whole lot. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. One of the problems that I'm seriously having, I remember a couple of months ago, the PDA, they was busy cleaning up roadside shops and old vehicles at the side of the road. Remember that?
Yeah, definitely. There was a campaign.
Yes, and now everything is back to normal. So what really happened? Or what is the job of the PDA? Because I cannot understand. You pass, you see 2-3 old shops building, you're passing, let's say Port Highway, 2 other shops built. Come on. You pass on Lagoon Road, pass through St. Paul's, you pass all the way past, people knocking up the side of the road. So what happening to the PDA? That's all the question, and that's all I'm going to ask this morning.
Thank you very much. I wish I could have answered you. Unfortunately, these questions, the answers that they require is not in my forte. Let's go back to the telephone line and say, good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I am alive and thankful.
Okay. I just want to make people aware, if they didn't know, that this month is Suicide Prevention Month. And we have had 2 suicides already. One occurred in Mongi, and then we had the young person that committed suicide. I would like to just say to the nation, whatever you're going through, you can get help. Find somebody, confide in somebody, talk to somebody. It will help. Pray to God. That is going to help. Taking your life is not the answer. And remember, there's life after death. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pray for the nation's youth as well in the process, right? But that's a very, very important point there. You know, life wasn't intended to be all smooth and dandy. Life was intended to be challenging so that you know it's above your means, so you go to the supreme being. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning to you, Innocent. It's been such a long time.
Well, I am wondering if we divorced.
No, not yet. Not even separated.
Okay.
No, let me tell you something. I've been observing something. It seems as though the internet and social media, which I've essentially tried to keep away from, is bringing out the worst of us as a people. And, there was one guy once said that if your only chance to look good is to make somebody else look worse than you, then you are the most miserable of men. And but some people seem to feel that. Are you hearing me? Hello?
Loud and clear, yes. Loud and clear.
Wonderful. Right. Yes, there are many. If you look at the social media, sometimes people send things to me, and especially in the political arena. I don't know, how could you think your party would look good, or if you think the only chance you have to look good is to, denigrate and to say all this kind of filthy things about other people? Is there no good thing about you that can stand out? So whenever you feel that to look good, somebody else must look bad, then it means there's nothing good in you. And I don't know why if I have an organization, I'll have people, surrogates, people fronting for me, who seem to spend the entire day trying to make other people look bad, probably with the hope that I may not look so bad. Come on. We can do better than that. Grenada deserve better than that. Stop this nonsense. Because people have, a camera and so they could just say anything, we're better than that as a people. Please, let's stop this thing.
Out in someone's light doesn't make yours shine brighter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just so sickening, and it just shows where we are and the kind of people that are standing up there and saying they're representing certain movements. Oh, it is sickening. It's very sickening. Have a good day.
Have a good one, bro, and don't be a stranger for so long, okay?
No, I won't be.
All right,
again.
Good. Sure. Have a good one. God bless. Folks, it's 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's take our final commercial break, and then we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Let's celebrate the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert on Sunday, November 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center with the best of Grenada along with the Black Prince and the Pink Panther. Our partners, Hubbard's, GBN, Grenada Paper Products, Grenada Distillers Limited, makers of Clack's Court, Grenada's #1 rum, Grenville Credit Union, Bryden and Miners, Agents 4, Johnny Walker, Smirnoff Vodka, and Campari, Renwick Thompson and Company Limited, Pierre Marcel, Hard On Plus, Gittins Healthcare, Dollar Savers Auto Parts, Rise and Shine Supermarket, Springs Food Mart, Excel Plaza, Clear Vision Eye Center, Chillaxin Cafe, Answer Coating, Victory Bar, Blue Bubba's PA Rental and Events Supply, Chateau de la Motte, Grenada, Captain Harris Apartments, Gem Holiday, Beach Resorts, Dana's City Inn, Glen Egg, Spring Water, and the Grenada Grenada Trade Center. Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center, the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Please be seated by 4 p.m. Hubbard's Legends in Concert.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let's go straight back to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Well, thank you, Mr. Joseph, for the opportunity to bowl the last over. Let's see how many wickets we can tumble. So, Joseph, on a serious note, I'd like to piggyback on the first two callers' views related to what's happening in Palestine. It just shows the level of hypocrisy of the so-called Western world. 108 years ago, thereabout, the United Kingdom established what's happening in Palestine there. And there was the Balfour Declaration. But what happened there is they only paid attention to the first paragraph, negating totally the second paragraph, which expressed that no affectation should be made to the other people living there, the religion, the social life, or anything of the sort like that. And for all these years after these wars and cruel treatment of Palestinian people, the British government today is saying, well, we shall recognize the state of Palestine. This should have been done in the beginning. They didn't, and on purpose. But there is still, would that change anything on the ground? No. They did yesterday, but has that changed anything? Netanyahu has continued. As a matter of fact, he's even more determined today. What they have to do is totally disconnect from the supply of weapons and other military services to these criminal Israelis. They continue to buy products in the United Kingdom from the occupied West Bank. You'll be surprised to know that. They continue to offer surveillance and intelligence gathering, all necessary for the targeting of Gaza. They supply refueling services in the air for the F-35 jets. They do it. They supply spare parts for said criminal equipment. They trade in all things generally with the state of Israel. What they have to do is withdraw those things. That's what they have to do. They did it with South Africa. So don't worry them. They're scribes and Pharisees just they were from the beginning. But we have to keep on talking in the interest of the Palestinian people because they have all rights to live in a land that is theirs too. And there's nothing related to what the biblical, what... Listen, I'll end by saying this. I like the Aboriginal people, called the First Nations people of the United States, to get up and say to them, we want our country, and let's see how the Yankee will respond. Listen, have a nice day. I'll tell him, Mr. Joseph. Great.
Have a good day, caller. Have a good one. We're going to accommodate a final call via WhatsApp. Caller, you've got to be very brief because we've got to join the BBC. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Innocent, I'll be brief. You probably know the phrase, when the fox couldn't get the grape, it says that the grape
sour.
was sour.
That's sour old grapes, eh?
Right. So if we're going to go through life not facing prosecution and people saying bad against us and so on, we're in for a surprise. Remember what they did to Jesus when he came, even though he came to seek and to save, how he was condemned and eventually killed? There you go. Bye.
Okay, because I was just wondering why do I get so much beat up on it? That is the reason.
If you're going to go about life doing something is good and so on, and no one is going to criticize you, then you got to check what you're doing. If you're trying to exercise stewardship with what God has given you and to save for the future, and so on, they tell you that you're a miser, that you're this, that you're cheap. You know, you wake up and smell the coffee. We got to face challenges in life coming from left, right, and center.
Thank you, caller. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for calling. And folks, that is where we've got to put a wrap on the program for this morning. And those of you who called and participated one way or the other, we thank you very much for your participation. And we've got to go. We've got to join the BBC, which is already in progress. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Our Russia editor, Steve Rosen.